Hello, I'm the Yeoman Usher of the Black Rod. I am the deputy to Black Rod himself. He and I are responsible for security at the House of Lords, the smooth running of the chamber, and for all the ceremonial and large state events that go on here at the Palace of Westminster, and particularly the state opening of Parliament. My job is to pull together the plan and all the people who take part. This involves Buckingham Palace, the ambassadors, judges, military, members of both Houses of Parliament, the craft team, the BBC, ITN, Sky. Everybody has a hand in putting the state opening of Parliament together. A little bit later on, we will go to the chamber and we'll talk about how the chamber is changed. And this is where the craft team really have a big part to play. And I can't stress how important they are to making state opening happen. I'm stood in the House of Lords chamber, and it is set up at the moment as it would normally be used by peers on an everyday basis. The chamber undergoes a tremendous change for the state opening when Her Majesty the Queen arrives. For a start, we have to remove the table that you can probably see behind me, and we have to put in more benches for the peers to sit on. We have to create a special area for the ambassadors and high commissioners to sit, and the woolsack is brought forward for the judges to sit on, and they are immediately in front of Her Majesty the Queen. The bar of the House of Lords, which is right at the back of the chamber, actually is physically moved so that we can get more seating in. And that is where Mr. Speaker and Black Rod come when they walk up from the Commons, and they stand at the bar to hear the speech read by Her Majesty the Queen. Now, setting up for state opening, obviously they have plenty of time to get this all together, and it gets checked and double checked. But something that most people don't know is that when the Queen has left at around 12 o'clock, the House of Lords sits as a normal sitting at 3:30 in the afternoon. And it expects the chamber to be as you see it now. This requires the craft team to perform almost a complete miracle. I am always amazed every year at how quickly they turn what is a wonderful state occasion location back into the working chamber of the House of Lords. When all the preparations have been put in place and the chamber is ready for the state opening in Parliament, it is like a very special theatre that's set up for one unique event. It's the only time in the parliamentary calendar that you get in one space the three key elements of our unwritten constitution. You have the monarch, you have the House of Lords, and you have the House of Commons. You cannot have a law passed and put into effect in our country unless all three of those elements have agreed that that's what's going to happen. So you will get a measure introduced into the Commons. It'll be examined and scrutinised very closely by the House of Lords, who frequently send it back for amendments. Eventually both houses agree. That is how the bill is going to look, and it then goes forward to the Queen for royal assent. And until you have got the royal assent, you don't have an Act of Parliament. So the significance of this event is you have those three elements in one place, and it is the Queen who is delivering the government's speech. And the government is not the Houses of Parliament. So you have the three elements there, and the Queen then delivers her government's programme, which Parliament, the two houses, will then consider over the coming year. And that's the really key thing that a lot of people perhaps don't understand. about the importance of the state opening by the Queen.